Good morning, good morning, good morning. Do want to talk a little bit about prioritizing your children. So many times people choose to become parents, but forget that with becoming a parent come sacrifices. Your life as you know it now, prior pre-children, it's not the same once you decide to have children. You're gonna have to shift some things around in your life. You're gonna have to change your priorities a little bit to make sure that you put those kids first. I see so many times when women that have been single for a while and they meet men and they bring them in their home and they make their children feel uncomfortable to make this man or woman feel comfortable. If you feel like you're going to bring a man in your house and your daughter now she has to change the way that she move or change the way that she's comfortable at home, not saying that she should definitely, if you allowed her, because you should never allow your child to walk around looking inappropriate, whether there's a man in the house or not, because that's just teaching character. But if your child, gotta dress a certain way because a man in your house or whatever, um, baby, he don't need to be in your house. Because if you think you got a man in your house that'll look at your daughter inappropriately, baby, you got the wrong type of man in your house. Don't be so desperate for a man that you forget that your children's safety come first. I've seen women actually put their children out. Well, you go live with your dad, or you go live just to have a man lay up under them. Prioritize those children until when they grown and gone. Then you have a chance to, in reality, then you have a chance to, do whatever it is you want to do in your house. But while they're there, they should feel as comfortable in that home as you. You should never make your children feel like they less than your spouse or your significant other. Like they matter more to you than them. At the end of the day, it should always be a balance. But like I said, if it's somebody that you think that will look at your child inappropriately, or uh, you feel like what your daughter have on again would make him look at her crazy, you don't need him around. You don't need nobody in your house making your children feel uncomfortable in their home, in their peace. It ain't no way you that hard up for a man or woman that you would sacrifice your child's feelings to make them comfortable. If that's what's required, baby, you with the wrong person. My children mental are everything to me. It ain't a man, and I know biblically it says that it's God first, then your husband or your wife, then your children. No, I understand that. I'm not disputing God. That's the one thing that me and him going to have to talk about when I get there. I already know. Because I ain't putting no man before my child. Because at the end of the day, these men I promise they could be your husband this week, and next week you can be in divorce court. They could be your husband this year, next year, then you're in divorce court. So you can spend all that time putting that man before those children, and now he gone. And now all you got is those children that you put on the back burner for this dude or this woman. That's the one sin that I pray to God always forgive me for, because there ain't a man walking that I'm going to put before my children, because they not guaranteed. Marriage is not what it used to be. Men are not leading. A lot of men are not leading today. They're not keeping the house. They're not the main source of income or the provider as far as financial stability. The women are out here working just as hard, on top of keeping the house, keeping the children, going to school. These women are out here doing their thing. And most women that did do that back in the day, they did it because they had to. That was their only source of income. That's the only way them and their children was going to eat. So unfortunately, they had to bow down and do whatever that was required to keep that man in the house, baby. We're not living in those times no more, baby. I don't think I would have survived in those times anyway, baby, because I'm not putting you before my children. Because sometimes while you spend all that time investing yourself fully 100% into this man or woman, they're not doing the same for you. So again, you putting this person before your children, the one that's guaranteed to always be your children. And now this person is gone. So now you got to go to these same children that you put on the back burner, and they're more than likely, in most cases, they felt that neglect. They felt the lack of love. Good morning, Addis Fent. Good morning, Queen. They felt that you were loving that person more than them. So now you got to go back and try to make it right with those kids that you done put on the back burner for this dude or this woman, and explain to them that you love them. They're going to go by the way that you acted towards them more than what you say out your mouth. That's why when you have children, it's very careful. It's very important that you watch who you choose to be in a relationship with. Because at the end of the day, that person has to fit perfectly in your family, with the way that your family moves, with the foundation that you've already set as a single mom or a single father for all this time prior to bringing this individual into y'all space, a space that y'all created. Now you adjust the space to fit that person, to fit that person in, which y'all already got going on. You don't totally adjust the space to just make that person comfortable. What part of your brain make you think that that's the right thing to do? Stuff don't, most relationships today not even stable enough to be doing stuff like that. Those sacrifices and a lot of your women marrying these younger men, these little, what y'all call them, little tenders, and you bring them in the house with your teenage daughters, and then you start to be jealous of your own daughter because she cute, her body shaped up, and you low-key jealous now because you brought this younger behind man up in here that you never should have brought up in here, and now you looking at your daughter sideways. No, baby girl. Should have left that little tender where he was at, because you knew not only was he too young for you, baby, he wasn't stepdaddy material, baby, and you can't trust him. What you bring him around your daughter for? And now you want to make her uncomfortable because you want this Dino laying beside you. You better learn how to prioritize your children. They didn't ask to be here. And I understand mama got to have a life too. But at the same time, when you decide to have children, you put them first. That's why a lot of women don't have children. And they'll tell you that's why they chose not to be a parent. Because they'll tell you I'm too selfish. And you can only commend a woman that's honest about that. I don't want no children messing my groove up. I don't want nobody I got to put before myself. And that's honest. And a lot of people don't think that, because a lot of women get out here and have babies just to try to keep a man. And then the man don't stay. So now you want to make the children pay for everything for the man leaving you. They didn't ask you to lay down with him. You made that choice. You made that choice with no discretion. You made that choice for all the wrong reasons to lay down with this man and thought a baby was going to make him stay. A baby is never a tool that you should use to make a man stay with you. Because 9 times out of 10, that don't work. And then a lot of times if they do stay, they only stay because they feel obligated to stay, not because they really want to stay. You have a lot of them that want to stay, but then a lot of them that not. Then you find yourself in a miserable relationship for years and years and years and years because you feel like you want your child to have, or your children to have, a family. So you take all this mess from this man because you want your children to have their mother and father. Good morning, Miss Geraldine Warren, and you have a blessed day too as well, Queen. You tolerate all this mess in between because you done laid down with the wrong person and tried to create a family on a weak foundation. You took something so sensitive and played with it like it wasn't as serious as it should be. Good morning, Miss R. Good morning, Queen. You cannot play with stuff like that. You got to understand the way that you raise your children in some cases affect the person that they're going to choose to be, and eventually how they love their own children. If they watch you sacrifice them their whole life coming up and always putting them on the back burner and investing so much time in your man or woman, and they get whatever left, 9 out of 10, they're going to raise their children the same way. It becomes a repeated cycle of grown people, of children that grow into grown people that don't know how to properly love themselves. Grown people that don't feel worthy. Because if the people that gave birth to me don't see my worth, who in the world will? You have to prioritize your children. Again, they didn't ask to come into this world. You made a choice. Whatever reason why you made that choice, you made it. You stand on it. If you don't stand behind nothing that you do in this life, those children you stand behind. Now, I understand those grown kids. Yeah, those grown kids, we got to learn once they grown and gone, they grown and gone. And we have to allow them to stand on their own 2 feet. Sometimes we love them so hard and we hold on them so tight that we don't instill in them the basic tools that they'll need to make it in the world on their own. Good morning, Terry Cody. So these kids go out into the world being very dependent. They don't know nothing about being independent because mom and daddy always did it for them. Oh, Miss R, you wasn't feeling well? If you wasn't, I pray to God that you are now. Good morning, Terry. Alice trying to get there. Thanks for asking. I pray healing over your life, Miss R. I pray that whatever going on, God heal you from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. But yeah, it's crazy to see some parents act like that's a hard thing to do, to prioritize their children. And parenthood don't stop at 18 years old. Oh, you got the flu. Yeah, that's going around so much. The flu and that RSV, it is going around so much. It's crazy to see. I'm scared to go out the door. I'm trying to tell you. I thank God I work from home. I go to the grocery store and back in my house. I'm trying to tell you. And it got so bad I wear gloves when I hold the shopping carts. I don't know what's going on. It's climate change though. Because there's so many people getting sick right now. Ridiculously sick. And it's coming in enormous numbers of people getting sick. My cousin had to take her baby to the ER. It's so bad at the ER, they have no beds available at the hospital. They treating people in the hallways because so many people got the flu. I said, Lord Jesus. It's biblical though. It's biblical. But yeah, it's just, it just be so ridiculous to watch. Like my mom, okay, so the man who my mom married after my father, he was our babysitter. He was 21. She was in her 30s. He was 21 years old. So every day he used to come watch us. He was our babysitter. He used to come watch us. So one day, they came home one day and they just told us they was married. Now, mind you, we had never seen them be affectionate or anything. This was our babysitter from across the street. So they came home one day and told us they was married. It was the most disgusting thing in the world to me. I ran away. My dad stayed around the corner. I ran away and went to my dad's house. Oh, I was the most embarrassed little girl. I'm like, how you married a babysitter? Even at my young age, I knew that just didn't seem right. How you married a babysitter? He was our babysitter. But because he was this little young tender child, she tried to put everything she could into that young man. And he still did what young men do. Now, you done married a man that you really don't know much about just because you're lonely. You didn't take the time to love yourself and find yourself enough and rebuild your own self-worth. So you let this man come in. And now, every little thing I wear, because since 9 years old, y'all, I have been shapely as far as hips. And I don't know why. I think it's a family thing when I look at my family as far as hips and stuff. So now you want me to walk around here looking like Sister Mary Clarence, because you done married a 21-year-old. If you don't trust this man, I should be your priority. If you don't think that I'll be safe around him or that he would look at me crazy. And again, none of my clothes is ever inappropriate because she didn't buy inappropriate clothes. But every little thing I'll use, side-eye me. I'm a child. Okay, Alice. You have a blessed day, baby. I'm a child. If you feel like you got to side-eye me because he in the presence, you got the wrong man around. Which I can't say he was never, as far as me, he never was inappropriate or anything like that. But in her mind, he was. So that's what I'm saying. You done brung a man in the house. I'm getting over the flu now. It seems to be a lot worse. It is. Yep, you're right, Terry Cody. It is. That's what I was just telling her. The emergency rooms are full. I pray the same for you, Terry. You and Miss R. That y'all are healed from the top of y'all heads to the bottom of y'all feet. May God take it away, bind it up, and send it back. Okay? Yeah, y'all make sure. Now, have y'all tried that? I know what I did. My cousin, and I'm telling y'all the God honest truth, my cousin, baby, because we still don't know where he got it from. He's a newborn. He ended up getting the flu. So I told her about the thing I saw on, well, I had already heard about it, about cutting the onions and potatoes up and putting it in their sock when they went to sleep. Y'all, I tell y'all no word of lie. She did it. The next day, he had no fever at all. But I told her to use both. Well, people tell you 2 separate remedies for each one, I told her to put both in there. So she sliced the onions, the purple onion, and the potato up. When he went to sleep and put it in his sock, y'all, I tell y'all no word of lie. Here's my hand to heaven. Start that next day, when she woke up, the potatoes and stuff was so black, but that baby did not run a fever anymore since. So I'm just telling you, I don't know if you want to use it, but I'm telling y'all for real. It's the God honest truth. It worked. So you may want to try it, but of course you can't do it until you're ready to lay down for the night and not getting up anymore. But yeah, I just mixed the 2 things together and told her to put both of them in there. Because the onion's gonna automatically draw the toxins out your body. The potato's supposed to do the same. So I just, with it being an infant, I got a little scared. I'm like, just do both of them. Try some double. Do both of them. And that baby has not ran a fever ever since. So y'all may want to try that. And I pray to God that it helps heal you all. But yeah, that flu is going crazy. It's I've never seen it this bad in a long time. I have not seen it this bad in a long time. But they got so much stuff mixed up out here. You had the RSV and the flu attacking the children so bad. So it's real bad out here. Definitely got to keep y'all masks on. Don't let them fool you. Stop taking the mask off. Keep the mask on. And like I said, when I go out, I don't even have on gloves. I throw them gloves away at the door at the store. Once I open the door to go out, I throw them gloves away in that trash sitting on the outside. But I don't want to touch nothing, and I don't want to have, be exposed to anything. So you may really want to, go back to wearing your mask if you stop. I know a lot of us stopped because we thought that junk was gone, but it's not. Now it's coming back with everything else attached. RSV, you got the flu, you got still COVID, you got a lot of stuff going on right now. So y'all definitely keep yourself safe. But yeah, they just, it just baffles me when I see it so much. And then I have a lot of children, believe it or not, that because I'm, like I said, I'm the, the mama of the neighborhood. So a lot of children will tell you that. I did use Vicks Vapor Rub on my feet and chest. It helped too. Yeah, Yeah, I do that to my baby when she gets sick. I'll do that. Put the Vicks under the bottom of her feet and put her socks on and put it on her chest. But that onion and potato thing, now that I see that doubling up, really, like I said, that baby didn't cut fever no more, have fever anymore. Oh yeah, that's my new remedy. I'm going to that. But yeah, I have a lot of children in my neighborhood that'll say the same thing. Like if he asks for something, she'll go run and get it. But when I ask for something, I always have to wait. He grown. And I don't want no ninja beside me that I gotta buy. If your love for sale, baby, I don't want it. Because once you come in our home, then our children, these children become our children, and they are the priority. We 2 grown people. We should be able to maintain. But my child will never feel like a man's comfortability or a man's feelings meant more to me than theirs. Now, again, once they grown and gone and have families of their own, they got to respect what I got going on in my house. You can't come back and try to run my house. You grown. You created a family of your own. So you got to respect my space. But at the same time, when you're a child and I'm fully responsible for you, I'm going to be just that, fully responsible for you. And you are mommy's main priority. Now I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do as a woman, with this person, but you ain't going to never feel like you less than them or that you mean less to me than them. And if that's what they require, baby, I can't fulfill you. Even if that means I would have to be lonely. Oh, well. I had enough Dino in my life anyway. Shoot, because most of the time, that's all these ninjas can provide. A lot of them. They looking for somebody to help them too. I'll try the onion. Yes, Terry. Yeah, definitely. Try that onion. And like I said, if you want to, try the potato too. Double it up and put both of them in your sock. Layer it like in your sock. Not, of course, not big and bulky, but like maybe in a line when you get ready to go to bed tonight, or whenever you decide to do it. So make sure, again, you're not getting back up, though. And put it in there and let's see how it works. And if you don't mind, let me know. Because I'm telling you, that baby didn't have no more fevers. My cousin called me the next day, midday, and she said, Mika, thank you, God. She said, I kept running my baby to the emergency room, and all they told me is to keep giving him Tylenol. Because, again, he was only like 3 days old. And she didn't really have anybody around him, so we still to this day don't know how he got that flu. But she said, cousin, ever since you told me to do that onion and potato, she said, my baby has not had another fever at all. And I was like, well, thank God for that. So, yeah, y'all, at these days, you got to be careful of the medications that they're giving you now. They're so pressed about people getting that vaccine shot. You never know. They scared been to gave you something, but they got something. I'll be real sketchy about that. What do y'all feel about that vaccine shot? Did any of y'all get that? Did any of y'all get that COVID vaccine? Every time I thought about it, they kept pushing it too much for me. Like y'all forcing. I don't like the fact that y'all forcing something on me. I don't like that. Don't force nothing on me. Give me the details of what it is, how it can help me, but don't be so forceful. That scared me. Yep. And you know what it did? That's what I was finna tell you what it did to my daughter, because she's she's now in school to be an LPN, but she's already in the hospital. And I kept telling her, well, they requiring it for your job. You quit. I kept telling her, I said, that's your body. Don't allow nobody to control your body. So I kept telling her, me and her dad, to quit. No, she didn't listen. She got all 2 and a booster. Now my baby has 40% lung function. She got to take a steroid, what it is, like an asthma spray. She got to take every day for the rest of her life. Now they gonna try to act like my baby ain't up to 25 years old. What nothing wrong with her prior to y'all giving her them COVID shots. Then they tried to say, because she still ended up getting COVID, so they tried to say COVID is the reason why it happened. No, y'all gave her that doggone shot, and you ain't gonna tell me no different. How a perfectly healthy 25-year-old go from being perfectly healthy to now that never smoked, never do any of that. Now she only got 40% lung function, according to y'all. So now she got to take this steroid inhaler every day of her life. I never really got sick a lot. Exactly. And that's what I kept telling my baby. But, she's a single mom. So even though she has us as a support, she just didn't. She just wasn't willing to risk it. But like I told her, find another job, baby, that, get out of the medical field. You knew in the medical field that was going to be required. But at some point, you got to put your foot down. A lot of nurses left. A lot of people left the hospitals because they said no. But her, she didn't listen. She snuck and got it. And then one day had to go ahead and tell me, because I had told her, I was adamant, you're not getting it. But she snuck and got it. And then her sister told me, like, she went and got that COVID shot. Oh, I was so upset with her. I said, some things in this life you're going to have to hold sacred. If you're not going to stand up for your own self, if you allow somebody else to control your body, you might as well allow them to control your mind. It's a difference between asking and telling me. You're not going to tell me what to do with my body. That's just like now that I've had 9 children, all of a sudden they trying to push a hysterectomy on me. Well, you're not going to have any more children, so you may want to get, why the heck would I want a hysterectomy? I do have a fibroid, but I only have one. Yes, I don't want any more children, but the way they trying to push it, every doctor's appointment they going, I've had a C19 3 times. Exactly, Miss R. And I know a lot of people that got that same story. They've had C19 still with the booster and with the shot, and it still was bad. But yeah, I'm like, why are y'all trying to push a hysterectomy on me? Every time I come in here, y'all trying to push a hysterectomy. For one little fibroid, why would I get a hysterectomy? Oh, the onion actually pulls the toxins out your body, Miss R. That's what onions do. The onions will actually, it's a great natural healing. It pulls toxins out automatically. That's what it does. That's why, like, a lot of people, like, if you leave an onion cut in the refrigerator and you don't wrap it up, it'll draw all the toxins and stuff out of it. You just have to throw it away. You can't really reuse it. That's why anytime, like, I use an onion for something, I don't use the whole thing. I always make sure I wrap it up before I put it in the refrigerator, because it wouldn't be any good. It's going to draw anything in there out, and it's going to all go into that onion. That's what it do. Oh, yeah, Miss R, I'm telling you, let me know how it works for you. Definitely let me know how it works for you. But yeah, that's the main thing. That's the main reason for it. But yeah, they keep pushing me. You 41, you don't want any more children, get a hysterectomy. Why? Y'all act like that's a little, oh, it's not even, you're only down for 6 weeks and it's not really bad healing. We can go in through all these different ways now that they figured out how they can even go in through the vajayjay and take the uterus and stuff out. I was like, what? Either you can go in through your growing, like they got all these different ways now they can do a hysterectomy, where, back in the day, they could only cut you up and down, make that big ugly scar on your stomach and take everything out. Now they have all these genius ways they figured out that they can go in and even, again, including through your vajayjay, and take the stuff out. Exactly. Still a major surgery. They always try to talk about it, because I originally, I was supposed to go get it in August, and then I just thought about it. Why are they pushing it so much? Even though I don't want to have children, that's still something big. They say, oh, you won't go through the change of life or anything because we're going to leave your ovaries. It's the ovaries, right? Yeah. So I won't go through, the hot flashes and stuff. But I'm just like, I just don't like the way you pushing it. Y'all, it's like y'all already trying to create the demise of my, I don't like it. So, So when August came, the 18th, child, please, I ain't show up. They talk about, oh, well, you were supposed, every time I go to the doctor since, they be like, well, you gonna sign the paper for, girl? No, leave me alone. Leave me alone. These my lady parts. Stop. I told, don't ask me no more. If I decide that I'm gonna get it, I'll tell you. Don't ask me about it again. Or if I feel like my body is, or that, my lady parts, ovaries, or anything like that is giving me issues, or the fibroid gets worse, then I'll tell you I want it. But don't keep pushing that agenda on me for me to take out my lady parts. But a lot of people, get in, they actually say that their quality of life feels better to them, as far as, they don't have to worry about the heavy menstruals and different stuff like that unfortunately the fibroid causes. So, but I just don't like I don't like to be, I don't know. I just always been like that all my life. You could explain to me what you're offering me, but don't be pushy. Anytime you be pushy with something, I don't trust it. Cause I'm like, if it's so good, why you ain't do it? You do it first. I do. That's just how I am. I've always been like that. I'm not easy talking to doing anything. You do it first. I do it after you. Let me see how I do you first. Since you pushing it so big, you do it. But yeah. A lot of children get lost. And these things that I will say, the topics that I'm going to talk about, and sometimes, let me stay on one thing. I'm about to switch and say three different things at one time. A lot of the topics that I'm going to talk about on here are things that I've endured as a child. But I also would love for you all to interact with me and just tell me some things that you may want to talk about. Sometimes it be things on your heart that you want to talk about it. You want to see how other people feel about it from their perspective. Sometimes, and that's the thing, sometimes the people get so wrapped up in talking about their own traumas or their own things that they go on in life that they forget that there's other people out there going through stuff and may not have anybody to talk to. So if you feel comfortable talking on such a public platform, oh, we can talk. We can always talk about it. Just let me know you want to talk about it, and you know you want to see how other people would deal with the situation if they were in it, or how other people um have dealt with it, how other people perceive the issue, because sometimes that's the type of things that we need to continue um to heal, and also sometimes just to get clarity, and sometimes just to see if we're wrong. My 45-year-old daughter just had a total hysterectomy because she had a large size tumor that was really bothering her. She feels better now, thank God. Yes, Lord, thank God. So see okay, so with the one with that they leave the ovaries, the one that they're trying to give me is a partial. So I think they will leave the ovaries. They don't take it all. But she said something about this medicine that they'll give you to try to prevent you from going through the change of life, I guess, early. Um, it's some type of medication that they'll give you. Good morning, bro. They'll actually give to you to try to prevent that. So I'm like, so we girls on here, so we talk, so we can talk, okay? I was like, wait a minute. I heard if you get a hysterectomy, the won't don't be wanting like it used to won't. You know what I'm saying? That's what I heard. I'm like, listen, I don't want no more babies, but I don't want no desert won't neither. So if I get this thing, you know, I do got a husband. I can't take no garbage wound to the mister, you know, make him feel like he running up against sandpaper all day. That ain't gonna work in my house. So what y'all gonna do if I get this thing and the woman ain't wanting like it used to want? I need to know. So she was like, oh, she turned red in the face, laughing. She said, Miss Hawkins, no, Miss Jamaica, it's not gonna be like that. She said, what it'll do, we give you medicine. She said most of the time that only happens when you have the full. She was like, but they give you medicine, I guess, to try to help you with the wound. I guess some moisture or stuff like help you kind of get the moisture right down there. I'm like, you talk about KY? Ooh, that lady bust out laugh. She said, no, Mr. B. I said, well, what you talking about? Because I be sending a lot of people. I ain't got time to be putting on no Vaseline before. I don't have time to be remembering to do all that. So just wait, child. Because I could find myself becoming uninterested later on in life. But but actually, you know what? I be seeing the older ladies, shoot, they don't be uninterested at all. Honey, it's like with age, you get more, you know, you get more enthusiastic about using the whoop whoop, which I thought that calmed down with age, but I guess not. You know, the internet is a blessing and a curse, because now I be seeing these older women, you know, that are comfortable talking about their sexuality, and baby, they beautiful, and they 50s, 60s, 70s, even 8. Like, these women are beautiful. I'm like, everything that I knew about being a senior has been a lie. Because, baby, I'm looking at some of these scenes now, and them women look better than the young girls. And them women getting around better than the young girls. Because, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, baby, wait a minute now. Shoot, it make you look forward. You think you're going to be, you know, when you come up, all the older women that I used to see around didn't have energy like that. You'll see some of them go to work, but they always used to be so tired. They come around, you know, they kind of look, I ain't going to say broke down, but they look tired. You know, they look like what they going through. But baby, not now. These older women putting us to shame. I'm like, shoot, I'm trying to grow up to be like her. Shoot, them older women looking good. While a lot of these young girls right here look crazy because they living these wild, fast lives. And they looking crazy. They doing every drug on the street. They going to the club every weekend. You know, they over drinking and be drunk, and that junk catch up with you. And they looking bad. When these older women putting them to shame, baby. I'm like, wow. Everything I knew about a senior is out the window now, thanks to the internet. Because now I'm exposed to more than what I was exposed to in my current area. I'm seeing women of these ages that are beautiful, and they getting around, and they don't look a day over 30. And like a lady, it was something on TikTok the other day, a 70-something-year-old lady was having a birthday party. That lady walked out. I said, "Oh, you a liar. That lady ain't turned no set." Oh, y'all should see this lady. She was gorgeous. And that lady ain't look a day over, I would say a day over 35. Maybe could give her 40. But your doggone show couldn't have gave her 70. You hear me? That lady was gorgeous. I said, well, this give me some hope, baby. I got to get right. Get in the gym, baby, because these women is not playing at all. They are gorgeous. But yeah, like I said, y'all can always give me some topics, in the comments. Let's talk about this. So let's talk about that. Because I don't want to just always be on here talking about me, my experiences. I want to hear y'all experiences too. I want us to have an open dialogue. Because sometimes, like I said, y'all maybe have something y'all want to talk about. Let's talk about it. Let's put it out there. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. Because sometimes what you hear in the conversation, like I said, and looking at things from different angles, and people different perceptions, sometimes, it can be helpful. It can be very, very helpful. But yeah, that's what I be saying. Like, just back to the topic itself, prioritizing your children shouldn't be so bad. People act like it's a burden to prioritize something you created. If you didn't want that for your life, you had other choices you could make, including keeping your doggone legs closed. That was the first one. If you don't want to make them a priority, keep your legs closed. They got toys that don't make babies. They got all kinds of stuff that you can prevent from becoming a parent. You had a choice. Now, you also have these children that had these babies, and they think the grandmama is totally responsible. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. That's your priority. That is my grandchild. That's your priority. I did all the sacrificing and stuff for my children. I raised my children. I will help you with my grandchild. But no, it's your responsibility to make sure that baby's straight. I help you when you come up with the leg. And that's a lot of time when the lines get crossed. Because a lot of times they think grandmother or grandfather mean that we supposed to keep your children all the time. We supposed to, do everything for your children while you get out and just live a life. No, ma'am. I done raised children all my life. You think I'm waiting for all mine to get grown and gone so I can actually start to live my life? You think I'm finna start all over with your children? No. Heck no. I've been a mom since I've been 14 years old. I never got a chance to be a child. You think I'm gonna rock your babies? Once I get all mine's grown and gone, you think I want to start all over by rocking yours? No. Grandma gotta have a life too, baby. I spend time with them. I love them. I help you as much as I can with them, baby. But I'm not taking on full responsibility for your child. I do not care. It's not my responsibility. And that's where a lot of kids get across. Then they think, oh, I don't have no support. No, you're not. You have much support. But you're going to independently be a parent. I'm not going to let you be solely dependent on me to be the one there for your child. No. You made a choice to be a parent. Like I tell all my children, I told y'all to wait. I told y'all that being a parent was not easy. It's easy to get. It's one of those situations easy to get into, but ain't no getting out of. Before you choose to be a parent, make sure I told my children, do all that you want to do in life. Graduate high school, go to college, get that experience, travel the world, do whatever you want to do, and then think about coming back and having children. Now, this is the blueprint that I set. I told you, because like I said, I was a mom since I was 14. By the age of 19, I was a mother of 4. So I never got a chance to be a child. So, of course, I didn't want to see my children go through the same thing because I knew the sacrifices that you had to make to be a mother. I sacrificed my whole childhood. even now my adulthood, because of the choices that I made. No regrets. But what I'm saying is, I went through it so you wouldn't have to. So now, since you choose to say, forget the blueprint that we've set, forget the foundation that I've set, forget all, I was taught, I'm going to still be a parent. Now, I'm supposed to backtrack on what I said, and I'm supposed to rock your babies? Heck no. Because I told you, you know better, you do better. No, ma'am. No, sir. Them your babies. I'm the grandmother. Now, God forbid, if you was not capable of taking care of them, yes, ma'am. Grandma gonna step in full force, and I'm gonna do any and everything they need. But as long as you capable, able-bodied, that's your child. I don't care how mad you get. And I'm not rocking no babies every day. See, grandma, let me see them by at least 4 times a week. I'm good with that. Because you got to think, I messed around the big and backslided. Now I got a 2-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Still putting the wound to work when I should have just, locked the wound up for the rest of my days. I done backslide trying to get a little ride in. And I got a 2-year-old. Shoot. I'm re-rocking. You think I'm gonna rock mine? Ain't no. No, sir. Like I tell them, these ain't the grandmas. Back in my days, there wasn't no 40-year-old grandmas, okay? Them grandmas was in their 60s or older. They was retired. They were not still working. So they could watch your baby every day, all day. You could drop your babies off to them on the weekends. They wasn't doing nothing. They ain't had nothing to do. And all their furniture was covered in plastic. Used to be laying down sweat. I'd be like, Grandma, please take this plastic off. Ooh, my grandma child, she catch you laying on her couch, baby. Ooh, baby, you be laying on that couch and think you comfortable, baby. She done went to bingo, baby. She come walking in there, messed around, trying to watch TV and fell asleep on that couch, baby. She come in there with that cane. I'm like, oh, grandma. Oh, wait a minute. Boy, she be whacking. Get your ass off my couch. I'm like, wait a minute. I already done went through pain on this couch and I woke up with all this sweat on me. Now you in here beating me with this cane and the slip and the slide never went and hit me all in the mouth, in the eye, in the neck. Come on, grandma. Doggone ugly behind furniture. Man, that furniture got me a lot of ass whoopings. I used to always fall asleep. Oh, my brother, he was the worst. Oh, I used to be so mad. She used to catch him on that doggone couch. Oh, baby. Yeah. Y'all should see my face right now, boy. That was some pain, baby. That cane was something. But yeah, these ain't the same grandmas, so they be so busy worrying about. And the grandmas that choose to do it, no, ain't nothing wrong with that. Like I said, if they were not able, I'm gonna step in the gap for sure. If they was not able, mama gonna do it, even if it was to me raising them myself. But no. While you're able-bodied and you can do it, you're going to do it. You're gonna feel being a parent. I'm not watching your baby every weekend for you to go to the club. I'm not watching your baby for you to go hang out with your friends. No. Like I said, the least 4 days a week that I would love to see them, you better have some fun then while I got them. Because once I sit in the back, they going back. Let me tell you something. I'm not doing it. And I told them, I don't care what nobody say. That is my prerogative. I don't have to rock no doggone baby every day. Y'all crazy as hell. And I don't know who told y'all that. Everybody worrying about the old days. They want, you know what? The crazy thing is these kids want to take everything from the old days, but the way that the children respected adults. They pick and choose what they want to take from the old ways, except for the way that children respected adults. And I would say y'all pick and choose what y'all want to adapt to. Listen, I ain't rocking no doggone baby every day. Say what you want. Say what you want to say. Feel how you want to feel. I love them to death, and I do anything in this world for them. But I ain't doing it. And if you knew that my whole life has been rocking babies, and you shouldn't be selfish enough to expect me to do no mess like that. Once you grown, I ain't making the child buy. I don't got to keep making those sacrifices for your life to be better. Baby, you grown and gone. Even once you gone, I ain't gonna even say once you grown. Because I even told my girls, what y'all do, don't move out. When y'all get older, y'all stay in the home. Y'all raise y'all money. Y'all keep y'all credit straight. As soon as y'all move out, now these are the foundations that I set for my children. But girl, God, nobody followed them. Okay, my sons they had recruiters going through high school. One was supposed to go to the Navy. One was supposed to go in the Army. Never happened. My daughters, none of them did what I said do. Like I said, I told them to stay home. So when you move out, you don't have to worry about moving out, renting nobody place. Which these are things that I prayed that somebody would have helped me with, or that somebody would have taught me, so I could have started my adult life in a positive light versus, scratching and scrumbling my whole life just to try to make it. So I tried to set a foundation and instill in them what they needed to do. I said, stay in the home until you're able to buy a house. When you're able to buy a house, because again, in my house, you don't have to pay no bills. You save your little money or whatever. So when it's come time, you got your down payment on your house. But stay in the house, until it's time. Oh, please. As soon as they got some Dino, please. They ready to move in with a dude. They ready to shack up. So now it don't matter what mama say, because you done got a piece of Dino. But now when your life don't go like you want it to go, and now you got to go through the struggles, the trials and tribulations that I try to prevent you from going through, now you want to lean back on me. No, 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 no. You made the decisions that you wanted to make for your life as an adult. You made those decisions. You got to be accountable for your decisions when you knew better. It's different if I never taught you nothing. And I'm not saying my kids got good lives. They're good mothers, good fathers. But what I'm saying is, it could have been a lot more that you could have accomplished before you became a mother and a father. And it would have made your life a little easier. That's all as parents we want. We don't ever want to see our kids struggle through nothing. We want our kids to have the best of everything, wake up every day with a smile, don't have one worry in the world. But for some reason, those kids always want to put their hand in the fire. And then once it burn them, they want to hold you accountable for it burning them. No, 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 no. You can hold me accountable if I don't teach you nothing. If I teach you something and you choose to still do it your way, then you have to hold yourself accountable for the choices that you made in life. Those are not my burdens to bear. They're yours. And like I said, I taught my kids because nobody was around to teach me. So I constantly poured into them and instilled in them because I wanted to see all my kids. I wanted all my babies to live rich, successful lives, get to go to college, and be able to tell me about the college experience. Because as far as living on campus, I did graduate. I got degrees, but I never got to live on, straight out of high school, go to college, have college buddies, go to college parties, do kid stuff. I never got the opportunity. So I was vicariously waiting to live through them, to be honest. But none of them did it thus far. Thus far now, because I still got 4 that, but the ones that's in high school right now, they can't stay in school. They can't wait to get out. So I don't know if those 2 boys that's in high school right now, I doubt if they're gonna. I don't know, but they don't even talk about it. But I told them, you're gonna be an entrepreneur or something. But when you learn how to all that debt, I left out of college with, I learned the difference between trying to push college on your kids. College really ain't for everybody. And it don't, because a lot of these entrepreneurs make way more money than the ones with degrees. So, but you're gonna do one or the other. You ain't gonna just not do nothing. You pick or choose which avenue you want to travel. But baby, you traveling one on, do something with your life. Because like I told him, life be life, and life don't play with nobody. And it ain't slowing down or stopping or playing or waiting on you. Make the decision and want something from yourself for yourself through the door. Stop thinking life easy or that somebody gonna knock on your door and hand you something. You stand for something or you fall for anything. Better get up and get right. But like I tell you, it's just trying to break the cycle of now, because of everything I went through in my childhood, I gave them everything. So now, a lot of them, I created some dependent children versus independent children. So there's a couple of them now I had to stay on. And I'm starting to pull back a little bit from show, you need to work hard for yourself. You got a job. You need to try to do that for yourself. Stop always waiting on me to do everything. Y'all ain't no babies. I ain't got number 2 babies, 11-year-old and a 2-year-old. That 16 and 17-year-old, y'all getting up in age too. You could start trying to do something. Start trying to set some type of foundation. Work extra hard in school so you can start getting noticed by some colleges, or try to do something. Don't sit around here playing with life, because if life definitely ain't gonna play with you. They don't care who your mommy is, who your daddy is, who your grandpappy is, nothing. Life will chew you up and spit you out if you allow it to. You better want something for yourself, baby. Because no matter how much I want it for you, I can't go out and do all the work for you. You got to have it instilled in you to do the work for yourself. Mama can't do everything. Even though, to God, if I could, I would. But that's not a reality. And I told them, y'all got way more support than I ever had. So it's no excuses. Get it done. And they feel like, oh, you always fussing. I got to. Because when I talk with some sense, y'all think I'm something to play with. But when I fuss, y'all seem more receptive of what I'm saying versus when I'm just talking to you in a calm voice and giving you an opportunity to do something. When I scream, holler, and yell, then you want to hop up and start moving your feet. Why does it take that? That's going to be a good next video. Why do y'all think kids like that? Some kids do not respond to gentle parenting. I ain't lying. As much as this world will want everybody to be the perfect mother, they just say, oh, yes, talk all soft to their kids. And it don't work for all the children. That don't work for all children. And I got nine different personalities, and I can tell you it don't. It only maybe would have worked for one. Out of my 9, 1. Even this little 2-year-old don't play with me. I had to tell her, I told her last night, I got her out the bathtub, and she was running around the bed while I was trying to put her clothes on. And I said, stop running around this bed. You playing too much. Get over here so I can put this pamper on. That girl said, who you talking to? I said, oh, Glory. Oh, yeah, you that one. Mm-hmm. She said, who you talking to? You playing too much. Girl, who you talk? I had to look at her. Oh, baby, she 2, baby. Mm-hmm. And all her siblings bust out laughing. So what is wrong with her? Why is she starting? I don't know. This gentle parenting mess the society told me I'm supposed to do. And look at the outcome. This little baby talked to me like Bernie Mac said. She sized me up, looked me up and down. Like I'm littler than her. Like, bust a move. That's how she look at me. Like, girl, I knock your old self over. That's how she look at me. I don't, listen to this, a gentle parenting. Okay, gentle parenting. Gentle parenting don't work for all of them. I said, girl, I can't wait till you about 5 years old. No, they not, Terracotta. They not the same. That baby looked me up and down and told me who I'm talking to. Girl, say what? Look how she laughing, y'all. She sleep. Y'all heard her laugh. This baby think I'm a game. I know you lying. That girl busts out laughing in my face when I'm telling y'all about my trauma she causes me. Oh, no, ma'am. That girl busts out laughing. I know y'all heard that. I know you lying. This is a different day, different dollar. I'm trying to tell you. That baby busts out laughing in my face. Y'all see what I'm saying? The trauma she causes. She don't care. I told y'all she think I'm littler than her. Walk up on me and smack me so fast. I'm like, ooh, baby. You just keep on. I can't wait till you get about 5. Man, you gonna box. Yeah, we gonna box when she get about 5. I ain't playing. Wait a minute. She get 5, I'll be 46. I don't know, y'all. We might not box. We might, I don't know. We might have a dance battle or something. I don't know. 46, I don't know. I got to see what kind of shape I'm in at 46, and I'll let y'all know. Stop being so nosy. Stop asking all these questions. I'm going to do something when she's 5, because she ain't going to be talking to me like she be talking to me right now and slapping me all up in my face and laughing when I'm on YouTube. You laughing while I'm talking to my friends. Got me feeling like Day on Friday. Why y'all ain't do nothing? Why y'all ain't do nothing with the little toddler jumped on me? Shoot. Got me feeling like Data. But I'm gonna let y'all go ahead with y'all day. Thank you all for watching. I love you all. And like I said, if y'all have some topics, just let me know. We could talk about it. We could talk about any and everything. It's okay. We could talk about it. But I'll be back later. I'm supposed to have my cousin is supposed to come on later on with me. It's gonna be tonight though, because I get off at 9 o'clock. So after I get off, if nobody else is live that we all watch, then I'll come on. And we still maybe go ahead and record the video and it may be just on here. But I hope you all keep coming. We're gonna laugh. You know, I'm gonna show my face. Some of the videos I'm gonna be on here. I'm just learning it. So, you know, I'll have my children on. We're gonna have a good time. But thank you all for choosing me. And you all have a blessed and prosperous day. May your today be better than yesterday. And may your tomorrow be better than today. May God bless you all.